Let's slow down. The rhythm of creation is deepening now. Distinctions are already made. Light from dark, waters divided, the firmament in place. But meaning is not yet fully embodied. Now the text moves to alignment, foundation, and potential. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Notice the movement. The scattered, restless waters, potential without form, are gathered. Chaos is not erased, it's brought into relationship. The upper waters do not swallow the lower do not reject the upper. The Zohar calls this spiritual alignment, not a command over nature, but a harmonizing, a meeting of energies, a return to balance. From this gathering, dry land emerges, the place where manifestation is possible, a foundation for life, a space where form and action can take root. And God said, "Let the earth put forth grass, herb yielding seed, and fruit tree bearing fruit after its kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, herb yielding seed after its kind, and tree bearing fruit, whose seed was in itself after its kind. And God saw that it was good. Every seed carries its own blueprint. Every choice, every word, every thought carries consequence, not imposed from outside, but unfolding from within. The Zohar calls this the seed within itself. Each soul contains a spark of creativity, an encoded potential that can only express itself through its own form. Growth is emergent, not forced. It flows like water finding its bed, like a spiral unfolding in a shell, like the pattern of stars mapping space. Notice the pattern here: gathering, emergence, alignment. This is scale invariant. The cosmos, galaxies forming from clouds of gas, settling into order. Life, ecosystems balancing through relationships, each organism carrying a seed of its own potential. The mind, thoughts and emotions aligned, creating clarity and action. Hermetic teachings echo this rhythm. As above, so below. The macrocosm mirrors the microcosm. The same principles that gather waters in heaven govern the seed sprouting from soil, the idea taking shape in consciousness. Indian philosophy speaks of the unmanifest giving rise to the manifest. Buddhist practice teaches discernment, to recognize the pattern without attachment, to notice the seeds of cause and effect, to see the potential before it manifests. Gnostic thought and Kabbalistic insight tell the same story. Sparks descend, energies manifest, but only when properly gathered and held in relationship does creation become stable, intelligible, livable. Psychologically, we experience this daily. Our thoughts, emotions, memories, scattered and restless, become the dry land of clarity only when we gather them. Alignment precedes manifestation. Integration precedes action. Form emerges where potential has been oriented. Every seed carries a future. Tend it carefully. Each intention has its own law. What you plant in thought, word, and deed grows according to its kind. Creation is no longer just separation, no longer just distinction. Now it's relationship, manifestation, and ongoing formation. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. Notice the rhythm: confusion and scattering, gathering and alignment, emergence and fruitfulness. Even modern science mirrors this. Complex systems emerge from local interactions. Self-organizing patterns arise where differences are oriented into functional relationships. Information, like creation, depends on contrast, distinction, and alignment. Consciousness, like the seed, unfolds through repeated cycles of orientation and manifestation. Next time, we'll turn to the lights in the heavens, time, measurement, and celestial patterning, the way structure guides growth, how rhythm, cycle, and repetition hold creation together. For now, stay with the gathering, stay with the seed. Notice what is aligned and what is ready to sprout.